It's been revealed today, 1 in 4 hospitals are actually preventing mums from having a planned caesarean unless they have a valid medical reason. But don't you think it's every mum's right to choose how they have a baby?
It kind of is, I suppose, if you want to pay for it. I mean, the issue there with the NHS will be cost.
Yeah.
Because it costs about £1,700 to have a caesarean, like a planned caesarean, and it costs about £750 to have a natural birth. And, you know, when you've got hospitals denying people sort of life-prolonging cancer drugs because of cost, then I suppose that's, you know, that's an expenditure that they can't make.
Yeah, and I do understand that. I had 2 emergency caesareans. So the first, my first was, I was overdue, so I was induced. And in the end, after 17 hours, 1 centimetre dilated, Finley got very, very distressed. His heart nearly stopped beating. Oh, and it was like something out of ER without George Clooney. It was literally being rushed through, and he was all right and I was okay. And then what that meant was, second time round, I was so frightened because I had a horrible labour as well. I was on my own for long spells of time overnight because my ex-husband went home. Left me on my own in the hospital, still bitter all these years on. I actually had hypnotherapy so that I would try and learn to stay calm during the birth second time round.
Were you going to try for a natural birth the second time?
Yeah. And in the end, nothing worked, and I had another emergency caesarean. So you can kind of make all the best laid plans and all that sort of,
Did you go for that the second time? Because you had a bad experience the first time, so... Did you not just think, oh, I'm just not going to risk that again?
No, I really wanted to give it a go and try. But what I did was I sort of did half and half. So I actually paid a consultant so that he was with me throughout the whole 9 months so that I had a continuity of care. Yeah. So I knew I could ring him and he would be the one delivering the baby. I didn't want to be on my own. I had 2 birthing partners just in case one couldn't make it. We've got breaking news. Hang on, we've got breaking news. What is the news? OK, there is going to be an announcement. Kensington Palace have said...
Oh, no!
Blimey, this is the
Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Cambridge, was safely delivered of a son.
Oh!
11:01. At 11:01 this morning.
I thought you meant £11.
The baby has been born. The baby weighs £8.7 ounces.
Wow. Lovely size, yeah.
And the Duke was present for the birth, apparently. Oh. Yeah, Her Royal Highness and the baby are both doing well. So from us, congratulations! We were hoping that she would have the baby while we were on air. That's incredible news,
Very nice of her to do that.
Yeah. Very considerate.
It will be because she was sitting there having that wonderful cup of tea.
We're going to send you a mug. We're going to send you a mug. We raise a toast. That's wonderful. A little baby boy, £8.7. That's a good, healthy weight.
OK, what about names then?
Well, apparently her favourite is Arthur.
It is.
My great-nephew is called Arthur. Yeah, it's lovely.
And if it's a girl, apparently it was Alice. Alice was...
Girl schmoll now.
Yeah.
You know it's a boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful news, isn't it? Couldn't be better.
Well, we knew that it was close. Basically, as we had just said, the hairstylist and her stylist and her hairdresser had just left, so she'd been fully zhuzhed up.
But does that mean she's getting zhuzhed up for a photograph, or does it mean she's going to come out?
I bet. Like
you usually do after baby
and
number 3.
And he was born on St George's Day as well.
I know.
Yeah. She did
on
come on the
date.
steps on the same day last time.
Yeah.
I know. Wow. I remember watching her when she came out last time. Everyone kind of stopped what they were doing in the house to watch her, and I just thought, oh my word, how does she look so beautiful just after having a baby?
And she has terrible pregnancies as well.
Yeah. I wonder if they've told the children yet.
I wonder.
Yes, George might be pulled out of school.
Of course, he'll be pulled out of school now.
Lunchtime.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
exciting.
I mean, imagine going back to what you were talking about. Imagine, I mean, I had a natural birth for the first one and a planned caesarean for the second, which I paid for myself, but the second one, I could have come out on the steps, but can you imagine? I couldn't have come out on the steps after a natural birth. I was like a gone woman. Well, Lauren, credit to her.
Lauren had a natural birth with Lila, and then with Betsy, she found out she was over. She went in and they gave her a scan, and they said, this is going to be a really big baby.
Yeah.
And then they told her it's going to be 11 pounds. And asked her, would she like to try and pass it naturally? I went, no way. There is no way the baby will be too distressed, and so will Lauren.
Yeah, but I'm glad you
so she had a
say
caesarean.
that.
Oh, honestly, it would have been so stressful. Imagine trying to pass an 11 pound. I know people do, but you know, so she had a caesarean.
Yeah.
And
one of
Betsy's
each.
lovely.
That's wonderful. Oh, we are so utterly thrilled. And also, we ran a little poll as well. Obviously, we were talking about caesareans just when the news broke. Do you wish you'd be given the option of a planned caesarean? What's interesting is 71% said no. They don't wish they were given the option of a planned caesarean. 29% said yes. Cara said, I didn't wish I'd opted for a planned caesarean until I ended up needing a C-section. It happened after I grieved my natural birth. Not sure exactly what that
You see, it depends on what your previous experience is, and also what your friends say.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember being really frightened by what some friends told me about childbirth, and I, didn't want to go there at all. But of course, you've got no choice.
I think if you have a natural birth and you can do it relatively easily, that is the best way, isn't it? On your body and obviously in purposes of the NHS.